10 steps to beating trolls and building influence online. I was hoping someone would talk about it in their essays, and I found someone. Well, the credit goes all to her, Jenny. She laid her heart out on the line and showed that 3 days, 750 words later, she was a changed woman. What do I mean? Well, take a look at her essay. Day 1, she's saying she's got heart palpitations and shortness of breath, and by day 3, it was nothing. And this is how we grow as a human. As we're kids, we have to crawl before we're running. And instead of thinking, I have to do this 12-minute video, or I'm going to do a long-form Medium article, how about you throw out a couple of atomic essays and see what happens 3 days later? Incredible. Number 2, your work is not you. This is a really important element as well, because when you start receiving criticism or feedback, this is an expression of you. It is not you. It can allow to be discussed in public, external to you. And also, don't be afraid of being embarrassed. Embarrassed means you are moving forward. You recognize a past mistake, a misstep, a failure, and you are now a better human. If you are not regularly embarrassed, you are not growing. Number 3, it's a win-win scenario. I love this one too. If the post is really bad, no one's going to see it, and the people that do, I'm telling you, they have enough of their own problems. They're going to move on. If it's good, it goes out there, it goes wild, viral, hopefully to the whole entire world, 1 million hits. But win-win. You don't lose in that situation, and you can always delete it if you want to. So press publish, use it as a data point, then move forward. Number 4, imposter syndrome. Everyone thinks they don't have anything left. As I mentioned in the emotional roller coaster ride journey, we dump all our contents onto the social media world when we first begin, and then we think, oh no, now I've got to do 5-10 years worth of life experience to start back up again. No, the answer is right now. Build in public with the public. It's better to sell back 3 or 6 months ago to yourself. What has changed in that time? Perfect example is Jareen. I spoke to her about Medium, and I don't think she realized just how good she was at it. For me, I don't know anything about it, and she was speaking with such passion of audience differentiation, how to get published in publications, and then 2 days later, she's in a publication on Medium with 780,000 followers or something. So that's something that's really interesting to me. She reached out onto her public forum and asked her followers the same thing as well, and got a bunch of feedback. Yeah, super interested in this, super interested in this. So whatever direction she's going in, she can always do a little compartmentalized course or strategy session to help people get past that hurdle that she's already overcome. Let's go to number 5, fear of feedback from trolls. Now, I want to allocate this into 3 different sections. So number 1 is referring to Mr. Lincoln. So Abraham Lincoln said of the opposing general, "Who am I to say I would not be the same as him under similar circumstances?" Whew, tough, right? So think about that person. If they've trolled you, think, wow, like what sort of life experience must they be going through to actually express that? Which brings me to number 6, which is it's not about you. It is usually we experience stimulus in the world through our own biases, just like we read a book. We read a book and we picture our own experiences, and we're pinged, and thought processes come up and down about our fear and desires. So if someone sees something and they say something negatively, especially if they're not really about self-inquiry and keeping on top of their emotional reactions, then often it's a conversation with themselves. They are jealous, or it's something that they fear in themselves, and it's not about you. Which then, number 7, is the poison berry brain. Our primitive brains emphasize negativity. 7 times the rate of positive news, our brains hook onto negative news because it protects us. Back in the day when we're trying out these berries here and these mushrooms over here, it's really important to know the ones that knocked off old mate Larry the couple of days before. Whereas the ones that are really good, you don't have to worry about remembering exactly those ones. Just make sure it's not the deadly one, and then you move forward. In this crazy time, then what happens to us is one person says something really bad, and then we think about that for a long time. When you've got 10 cheerleaders over here saying, go on, keep going. So create a little brag sheet, which I'll go on in a further point, but we can address that. There are no winners, number 8. This is fantastic as well, because I want to make sure you understand in the step-by-step process that when someone's evaluating it, it's not a criticism of, I want to hold on to this fort. I cannot move, I cannot let go of this fort. No, it's an idea explanation. It's a discussion of potentially getting to different areas. So if someone challenges you, and especially with facts, then think about that saying, when the facts change, I change my opinion. What do you do? Really cool stuff. I love these historical quotes. They really get me going. Number 9, curate your feed. Everyone says, oh, social media is evil, it's fake. Well, if you're looking at fake Bali bikini girls on Instagram, then you are creating your own evil, and you're creating those self-loathing experiences that can pop up when we see other people and we compare ourselves. And as my friend Rich says, comparison is the death of joy. So curate the inspirational people, curate the people that you want to be like, and mentors that you can steal what they're doing good, and not people that are manufactured on a Photoshop application, which I'm telling you, that's what happens. Number 10, stop wasting your time, because the SV is the new CV. Now, with the beauty of social media, we can build up these walls of love, as I alluded to. For example, shout out page. You can steal all the tweets that has been said to you, all these positive emotions, and create your own brag sheet that helps you be more confident in creating, but also demonstrates to everyone else, whether it's you want to show this to your boss, you want to show this to your partner, to show, hey, this is what I'm working on right now. Look at the transformation, look at the feedback I'm getting from my audience. So I hope that's really helped you along this journey, and I can't wait to be involved with you. Until tomorrow.